Alright, so here today, probably you're looking forward to a Labyrinth clear guide. Now, I went through Labyrinth, I did a lot of testing, and basically I can give you a lot of tips here today. I got some gameplay to show you, we're going to go through everything, talk about it. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's hop into it, let's break it down, and let's have some fun with this. First thing, if you're looking for a starter character, I'm going to be very honest with you. The only starter character you need out of the picks is Matrona. Just pick Matrona and you will win. I'm telling you now, there is no other character that can rival Matrona in this entire thing. Yes, you may have tried with somebody else, but every time when I got a successful clear, I did in fact pick Matrona. She is probably the best pick out of everything we kind of have here in this entire beginning slot. I personally used her every single time. Worked wonders. Yes, there is Derry. She also, I think, has an ult drain. Or is it a cancel stance? She has something. She also has a charm and whatnot. I personally use Matrona. She helped cheese the first floor. She will probably die on the second floor. But beyond that, she will be very helpful. I'm telling you now, she's a very helpful character. I went with that. You can also go for a character who can heal. That's also pretty good. But having a taunt and whatnot, a lot of the stages, they'll be green and you'll kind of evade a lot of the time also. And it's just, for me, it was the most worth it. So in my opinion, I would definitely pick Matrona out of everyone. That's the one that just worked wonders for me every single time to help me clear this super quickly, all right? So first, you want to pick Matrona. That is the most simplistic thing I can definitely give you. Second, what you want to do is, the middle floors are not hard. Genuinely speaking, none of these floors are hard. Whenever like your second character may be taking too much damage, just taunt up, you'll be pretty much good to go. The middle floors are very straightforward. There really is no difficulty. Now, passives. That's what I did a lot, where I picked every single passive that had the ability to, when I had an ult gauge, it increases by 10% every single time. Remember, there's like one that's like 50% increased stats when you reach max ult gauge, but the chance of that happening most of the time is not going to be the case. So I went for 10%. Every single time. That was the UR one that I got. There was a UR base damage increase by 10% also. Those are the ones that I always went for. There was also a female, what is it? It was like every female character is 10%. That's also a pretty good one, because remember, most of the end teams, being Freya, being, Mono, being Roxy, there's so many different female characters that we're picking up across the entire thing that you'll probably be using at the very end. So that's kind of what I accounted for also. So that's the passives that I always aimed for. Mainly the ones that say 10% increase. That's what I went for. Every ult orb, or there's also like a flat increase of 20% or 10% HP. That's also pretty good, just for a little additional stats to help you kind of clear. So that's another passive to go through. But again, all the middle floors were super easy. Again, I think this is the one over here that I pick because it's a really, or is it the one below? Okay, so the one below, I think it's 5% instead of 10. But those are the ones that I always aimed for, just being that they're actually really powerful. Also, I went for Jericho. She has a freeze. That's why I went for that character. Again, there's going to be multiple picks, right? For me, what I used was Jericho, and there was that Elizabeth, right? That Elizabeth I can pick again later on, and she had a heal. So that's why I picked her. But again, I did pick Jericho here for her freeze. So on the middle floors, I can freeze a character here and there. And then with the taunt, it's actually really helpful. On this pick, there is Gerhard. I did pick Gerhard at one point. I don't know if this is the gameplay that I did it, but originally I did pick Gerhard. Why? She has a heal. Kind of, if you just build your team like this, you have your tank character taking the hits, you have your DPS character, you're going to have your heal character, and then some sort of bench unit, and you're basically clearing the whole gimmick of the floors, right? That's really it. In this stage, I did go for Nanashi, but I think this gameplay does have Gerhard, and if it doesn't, I did pick Gerhard in one of my gameplays, and that's the one that I won with. So again, going for a healing character is very powerful for that reason of keeping your whole team alive, but Nanashi is also pretty good for his delete and drain. So having him is not a bad pick. Plus, again, his passive will help you a lot in ult control, and it will actually keep you alive most of the time. But as you can see, I always taunted with Matrona, and I was always able to basically lifesteal back up or just keep her alive, which is a really good thing. So again, keep that in mind also. That is there. But again, cleared through these floors very easily. Had another pick over here. I went for Gerhard. She has a heal. If you have a chance to pick up a heal character, you really want it. Again, I don't know if Gerhard removes debuffs, but Elizabeth does. And Elizabeth also has buff removal. So up to you, with that character is very helpful also, which I did get to pick in my initial gameplay. I know that for a fact, and it was very good. It was very good. Plus, she kind of does some pretty good DPS, and she also provides with her ult another heal and a ult increase, right? So you get 3 orbs just like that. So she is a very powerful character in Labyrinth also, helping you rush ult a lot of the time, and also keeping you very well healed. that definitely is a top pick. So again, you can see here taking a lot of damage, went to full heal, did some damage to Chandler over here, did some more damage. Again, it's not like a very hard boss at all, genuinely speaking. I would recommend to aim for, again, red characters in the stage, because again, you will be able to kind of full clear it very easily. You can see here, there we go, do this. We're going to be able to tank the ult, so it's fine. Again, you just want to trickle off the damage. That's all you want to really do here. She got stunned, but everything's okay. We have 2 ults, and now we basically won. I was researching real quick on what Gerhard's ult does. I did not know. Then we cleared. So very easy clear right here. There you go. Get the ults off here, and we're done. So not too hard of a stage at all. I'd recommend to run in with characters like Matrona. She'll be able to taunt to keep your team alive. Again, my DPS almost died here, but she made it out, so nothing really too worrisome there. Over here, you have a chance for a revive. Didn't want it because I don't need to revive anybody. I highly recommend you fight every single boss stage you possibly can, minus the last one on this stage. That one will grant you 2 boss stages, which you don't want to fight 2 boss stages. You do not want to. So I would highly recommend you fight every boss stage that gives a passive, because every passive is very powerful, and the more passives you have, the easier your clear will be. I literally cannot stress that point enough. I would do it 100%. So yeah, that's my opinion, right? Again, here, I always taunted up with Matrona. I'd heal, I'd progress like that. It's going to be the easiest clear of your life if you do that. Keep it in mind, like, look at that. Easy, right? Doing this, super simple attacks. Moving on. Again, you can see Matrona does a lot of damage with those passives that I kind of equipped on her. Because, again, she has so many orbs here. She's doing a lot of damage. So, realize that now. We'll go to our next pick over here. So, let's go to our first pick. This was a passive pick. I think I went for the HP one because it was a raw increase of just HP across the board. Let's see. Or I refreshed. So, refreshed, and then I went for HP. I guarantee you I did. Let's see. I could be wrong, though. Let's see. Did I go for the HP? Yeah, I did go for HP. So again, that HP one is very powerful, keeping your team alive. And that 10% HP actually saved me, because you can clearly see in a little bit that I needed it, right? Here, I skipped the character list, or I refreshed it, either one. Because they all don't help my team at all. Yep, I skipped it. So there was nothing needed. Here, I purchased the buff on the red character also. Lilia. Lilia is an absolute carry. I picked up Lilia, and I replaced, I think, Gerhard. Let's see. Who did I replace? Lilia is an absolute carry. Please, I implore you to pick up Lilia. Nope, I replaced Jericho. Okay. I swear I'm getting all this stuff wrong. I thought I replaced Gerhard, but no. I replaced my DPS character for another DPS character. Yeah, so I bought that 100%. I bought the stones at the top. Those are going to be very helpful also. And again, it's just like a insurance policy. If you do fail the stage, at least you can come back. I checked the passive. The passive was dog crap. If the passive is dog crap, just buy the stones at the top. Give you a little bit of a buff next time. And again, it is a very, very helpful buff. So I would recommend to get it. It will be pretty helpful for you. But again, look at this. Lilia does a lot of damage, keeping your team constantly alive and constantly killing. So if you were to pick up a character, definitely is Lilia. At the end of the game, also, you're going to probably pick up a lot of Ragnarok characters, being Mono, being, who is it? Who's the other one? Roxy, and other characters, right? So just keep that in mind. That's going to be pretty helpful. Valenti also, but again, up to you if you want to use that character. But there are a lot of characters in this. Mainly, it's like a Catastrophe Ragnarok dungeon, because you have Freya, and Tyr also being a lot of the top picks at the end. But I recommend, if you picked up Lilia, go for like Roxy or whatnot, because of that kind of cheese passive where it applies extra damage, and Lilia will crit here and there. That happens, and then obviously Roxy will crit a crap ton, so it's going to get off extra damage, cheese some of the stages, and some of the bosses at the very end, getting additional damage similar to Escanor. So realize that is going to be a very, very big thing. So again, just a quick little message there. And again, Matrona also will give that, I think. Because is it a human or is it just a crit? I don't know which one it is. I forgot Roxy's passive. Let me verify that real quick. But again, progressing, nothing too difficult, going through everything just like that. It was a very straightforward labyrinth. Again, it's not going to be too hard for you. And I'm trying to make the guide a little bit more easier to understand. I had all my points written down in my like notepad here to give you at least the proper things. All that I recommend is get a decent DPS, get a taunt character like Matrona, and then get a heal character, and you'll fly through a lot of the stages. Cusack is a bit annoying, I will mention that. So here, I looked at this. They're all garbage picks. No one's gonna really help me. So I said, screw it. I'll just go for the passive, because I think I found a good passive here. Let me see. I think I did find a good passive. Yeah, critical. So it was I think it was critical rate increase. That was a huge passive, because again, Roxy also will have massive crit chance. It'll give a crit chance to everyone, and then when you're clearing those stages, it will help you. Cusack is the only problem. It's a little bit difficult to deal with. There you go. That 10% HP came in super clutch. We healed a little bit also. Now, we're just trying to deal a lot of damage off the get-go here to get him below 60%. That was like kind of what we wanted to go for, which we did very, very successfully. Lost him over there, or Matrona over there, which kind of sucked. Gerhardt taking some damage. We do lose the Nashi also, because we have clearly not enough damage to take care of anything here. You'll see there. Yeah, not enough. That Lilia would not have killed, so he just went for the heal. We're going to lose Nashi. He's dead. But, again, it's a blue character. We have Lilia being a blue character. Regardless of anything, Lilia does immense damage, plus that critical rate buff we picked up. It's going to destroy. So do keep that in mind. That is something to also kind of, go for and aim for if you can get Lilia. She is a very good carry. The critical rate buffs are also very good too. So do keep that in mind. So, and yes, Roxy is a human ally only that can cause a critical. So basically just Lilia on the team. Or if you got Brunhild, or if you got, that's it, right? Is that the only good character in the depths like that? I know Brunhild's there, but Mono also, that kind of works too. So keep that in mind. Matrona doesn't get the buff though because she's not human, so that's there. But again, onto these floors, nothing too difficult at all. Clearing through. Here we go. These buffs are the most important buffs you can pick up. These will change everything. You need to, because most of the teams, 90% of the teams are human teams. Get the human buff. You need to find it. That is the only thing you need to find. Refresh if need be. Go to the store, refresh the thing over there. Try your best to get that human passive. That is the best passive possible. And if you fall very short, whatever your other character is, if that being a giant, if that's being a fairy or whatever, get that buff. Whatever it is, you need to use that character on Meliodas and you will destroy him. I'm telling you to cheese this. Aim for the human passive. Get Roxy, get Tyr. They will absolutely destroy. I'm recommending it here. So again, I didn't refresh because like, you know what? I have a giant character. I'm fine. I should potentially get some more giant characters, but I knew there was an issue right away. I started seeing other characters. I'm like, no, this is not going to work. Now, Tyr versus Roxy. I went Roxy just because it's going to be a lot more helpful in depths, in my opinion, because clearing with the additional damage cap is going to be great, right? So that's why I did it. And then I went for it. Boom. Human buff. Bought it right away because two of my characters are humans. I implore you to buy the human buffs. You need it. It will be so freaking crazy that you'll clear very fast, okay? So again, you can see it right there, one shot, and then boom. I could have literally just AoE'd both times and cleared the whole stage. I don't want to risk it, but I could have easily done that. That is how much damage Roxy and Lilia will put up here. You look at that. Plus the critical rate, plus the orbs being increased, plus the 100%. I'm rocking a tank team over here. I went for Brunhild instead of Gerhardt. Now I have 3 human allies on my team. I left Matrona as the taunt unit to keep my Roxy alive. That's how I did it. But again, I would recommend you do those things as I kind of suggested. It will make your run spectacular. I'm telling you now, spectacular. But that's basically the main tips that I have. I'll show you the Meliodas boss. And this is why I'm telling you to pick up Roxy or, go for those human buffs. Because the human team is just absolutely stacked. Unknown team is great too, right? Because it's Freya and Tyr. That's also a very stacked race too. So if you want to go for that, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to stop you. But remember, that's all of the kind of gimmicks here to be aware of. I'll skip this because I know you don't care for it. Meliodas shows up here. Read his passives. He has a lot of stuff. But if you are just raw powering it, you're going to clear it 100%, right? I'll show it to you. I think I did 2 attacks only and still won. I'll show it to you in a second. We'll see right now. Let's see. So I read all those passives. Make sure to read through them. There are kind of some important ones. He doesn't have a revive, so there's nothing like scary there. But here we go. Watch this. Ready? So I taunt, and then I do these 2 attacks. So think about it. If I didn't taunt, I would have 1,000,000,000% cleared it also. But I did taunt. Does that, and does that. He has a heal. That's what it is. So he has a heal. When he takes that much damage, he'll heal back 40% of it or something like that, which is, again, a very annoying thing to deal with. But how do you counter that? You bring Roxy. How do you counter that? Just use 3 attacks. It will kind of kill. I brought, again, Matrona for the taunt to, like, tank the damage. So if anything happens, at least my team can go again and kind of survive it. So at the end of the day, it's a very easy Labyrinth clear. Those are, like, my little 10 cents here. Hopefully it helps you. That is how I cleared it in a very fast manner. But yeah, after doing it a few times, those are, like, the main clears or the main tips that I had. Hope you enjoyed it. Make a quick little video here. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, and peace out and enjoy.